Ja Morant, 25 fucking games.
Nice.
I don't know. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
That's too many, probably.
What?
I mean, 25. There you go. Good for them.
You got to talk about it because JV thought he was going to go the full season.
Out.
He jumped out. Because look, we talked about this earlier, man.
Why did he leave?
JV said they got to put the hammer down.
Come on,
and the hammer down to him is a full game.
He didn't kill nobody. What are we doing here?
I thought it was going to be 40 games. He's doing half a season.
Eventually you got – but look, Darnell, listen. You got to – this is a teachable moment. This is not – like it's almost like to me, I think throwing a drug addict in prison is a stupid thing. That's dumb. It's a waste of time. Okay.
Right.
They need to go and try to help themselves. Going to prison is going to make them worse. You know?
Right.
I don't think that, look, if he screws up again, maybe you kick him out of the league. I don't know what you do, but I don't think giving him, what's that going to do?
Right.
So he's just going to be not doing nothing?
Right. He might get in more trouble. You know what I'm saying? Just being out ain't got shit to do.
Yeah, you got to give him
job.
a purpose.
JB, let's hear it, man. What you think about the 25 games, my guy?
I mean, it blows my mind that you guys don't think that that's setting precedent for a million fucking young kids looking at this motherfucker.
25 games is a while.
I said 40. I said half a season. So I think it's too light as well. But it's definitely no full season.
It blows my mind that we can't sit here and think about the bigger picture of this shit. Like, it blows my mind. When the kid in the AAU comes into the NBA and does this shit in a couple of years, you can thank Ja Morant and the fucking soft pussy Adam Silver.
No, but that's on their parent, JB. I blame parents. I can't. Don't let the influencers and athletes raise your kid. I get that the people you look up to, but at the end of the day, your parents is the people who were responsible for raising you. I listened to all types of bullshit music when I was a young kid, but I never went out into the streets and thought I could go do it because I was raised right. So don't blame the Ja Morant and the athletes for the kids' actions.
Coach, let me just ask you real quick. So I get what you're saying on you think it should be longer, but you do know that a lot of the things that he's done here have hurt him significantly, other than, like, I'm talking about endorsement. He's lost a lot of money. This has been a bad thing for him, and that's going to hurt him as well.
I don't care, though, dog. That's the problem. See, I don't give a fuck about what he did to himself. Kill yourself. Like, I don't give a fuck. I care about what you're doing to my son's influence and my fucking young kids' influence. I don't give a fuck what you do to yourself. You're an ignorant, dumb fuck if you go cluck off your own money. That's a you problem. But you're affecting millions of people, little kids and others, especially inner city youth. That's the problem I have, dog.
Listen, you're right there.
Like, I give a fuck about what he does to himself.
But kill again, I would also say to you, your parenting will override whatever he does, right?
No, not now. These are too powerful, Jeff. You know this.
Yeah,
These are too powerful. Unless you're taking your phones away, then you're monitoring if he has a burner or your kid's taking another person's phone. These are too strong because you can't discipline your kid like we used to. I can't put my hand on my kid. I go to jail. So there's no more disciplining your kid like we once did. So no, the influence is not. I don't agree with that. I think the influence is in Ja Morant's hands and these phones' hands. I don't believe the parent has nearly as much.
What would you have?
I disagree.
What would you have given him?
A full season, $5 million fine, no pay.
Wow.
Right.
You want to throw away the key, bro.
Like he gave it to him.
Think about it. Let me ask you this, Jeff. 25
in the death penalty?
First of all, he slapped the commissioner in the face when he met with him after an 8-game suspension and said, I learned. And 2 weeks later, he does it again. Now, that is a direct slap in the face of direction. Number one. Number two, you're telling me that 25 games is a deterrent from the next motherfucker to go do this? Fuck no. So would a season, $5 million fine and no pay be a deterrent? Fuck yeah. There's no shock treatment here, Jeff. Like, we either allow it or coach it. I mean, it's real simple. Like, I don't understand. You're telling me that Calvin Ridley got a season-long fucking suspension and this fuck who's done this multiple times Got 20
Well, I think
time out. He got 33 games. Let's be clear. 33 games, dog. Come on.
Yeah. Listen, I think the disciplining these dudes in other sports is inconsistent. But that doesn't really mean anything. Look, I hear you. I get what you're saying. But it's a teachable moment. To me, I'm not, like I told Darnell, I'm not throwing a drug addict in prison. I think that's a waste of space. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. He needs to be taught other ways. Now, if he does this again, I think you maybe kick him out of the league. But I don't know. I hear you, though.
See, what happens is you go from 25 games to out the league. Now the precedent has been, it is so widespread. See, if you suspended him a season, so it goes from 8 games to a season to forever. That is the gradual correct step, in my opinion. You go 25 games forever. Now you got a whole fucking bunch of people that's going to get involved in that one.
I think they're saying he didn't do anything criminally wrong. What are we really gonna?
And that's where we're at, because like.
But let me be clear real quick before you, not to cut you off, Smitty. I just had this conversation. By the way, I think that's a fallacy that he didn't do anything wrong legally, because actually he did. I spoke to several policemen, and there is no state in the union, by the way, not one, where you can have a pistol to your head, waving it in a moving vehicle. Not one. Well, it is literally a crime. Well, so let's dismiss this whole he didn't do anything wrong bullshit, because actually he did. But in a concealed carry state like Tennessee, where we assume he was, there is that law that you can. But it is illegal in Tennessee to carry the gun right here and do this.
But
so I'm confused as to when we caught.
But he wasn't
this motherfucker.
But nobody
didn't do anything wrong.
The video stopped so quick. It was a half a second. I don't even see him wait. Like he as soon as the gun showed it, the video went off. Like,
how many cats you know in the hood got killed for a half second of a trigger pull?
No, that's a different conversation. I'm saying from an NBA standpoint.
Does he have
I'm just saying, like, how can they suspend him for, like, Gilbert Arenas got suspended for a season for actually bringing a gun inside the locker room? That's not the equivalent to what Ja Morant did.
Does anybody know if he even has a concealed carry license?
Right. Nobody knows.
I don't know.
That's my other point. So, like, I don't know, dog. I'm just telling you. I don't care if you did anything wrong or illegal. To be honest, it has nothing to do with being illegal. I'm just being honest. Like, how many millions of people saw that? Like, it has nothing to do with being illegal. Like, I really, the illegal thing don't work for me. Like, just let me ask you this, Jeff. Put yourself in this predicament. You're a head football coach, and your kid did that. Are you suspending him from your team or not?
Of course.
But it might have been a full season. So the tricky situation, though, JB, if for example, if he gets suspended for a full season for doing something that was inappropriate, it wasn't illegal, it was inappropriate. Let's use that as the word, right? Now we're setting a precedent for any time a player just does something that's quote unquote deemed inappropriate or not good, not good for the brand, you're gonna get suspended. So, for example, if a player gets shown just being in the fucking strip club, throwing all thousands of dollars, that's not a good example on kids, but it's not illegal. So we gonna suspend them for a year because you're putting out a bad showing to the kids and you're influencing kids to throw their money to strippers. Like, so that now we're getting in a really hairy, sticky situation where it's like, what we're suspending people on what basis? Like, there has to be some type of consistency. I'm all about being consistent. What are the rules? Set them. Okay, did I break them? Oh, I didn't. Okay, bet. So that's the thing. You can't you suspend them for a year, cool, but make sure you understand the backlash that's about to come, and make sure you're prepared to suspend every other athlete that does something during their off season that's not illegal, but it just looks bad from a brand standpoint.
So you have a conversation with Adam Silver. Adam Silver came out and told people the conversation. Chris mentioned this in her chat. So Adam Silver came out and said that he learned. He's been on multiple shows saying that Ja told me he learned. He told me he was going to go seek out help, rehab, whatever. Then Ja was on Jalen Rose, and we all seen that conversation, Chris, right? We all seen what he told him. So why are we still defending Ja Morant? I'm trying to figure this shit out. Please help me understand why we keep defending Ja Morant. Is it a black versus white thing? Is that what we're getting into? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Trevor Bauer or whatever his name is, that motherfucker's taking major heat. He's a fucking white boy pitcher who we don't know if he really did what he did either. But he's out the league, homie. What the fuck are we talking about here?
He's out the league right now until that always happens when there's a sexual assault case because they don't know yet. That always happens. It's while they're doing their investigation.
They don't know about Bauer, dog. Bauer lost his career.
I'm saying anytime that's any league, anytime there's a sexual assault case and they're investigating, they're not gonna allow the player to continue playing. When Deshaun Watson, anytime it's sexual assault, you can lead any league. They are investigating, and they're during investigation. You're not going to continue playing because why? It's a bad look on the brand. If in the event they later find out that you did that shit, that it's a horrible look. So in the meantime, you're going to sit out and chill until we're done. And once we're done investigation, then we decide.
You're saying that you're innocent before guilty on one side, and then you're saying you're guilty before you're innocent on the other side. Which one is it? Because Ja Morant did what we saw.
I said sexual assault is different. Sexual assault is different. Sexual assault is different is what I'm saying, number one. Number two, Ja Morant was punished. We're arguing about the length of the punishment. He got punished every single time he did it. We're just disagreeing on the length of it. It's not like they're just letting him go do whatever. He's been punished. Now, like Jeff said, hopefully he learns from it. And if he doesn't, I think the next time, if there is a next time, it's a wrap.